plans to begin assembly of gas-powered Chevrolet Equinox in Fairfax by mid-2027. That is a long time, y'all. I don't know. I seriously, GM is going through some crazy things right now. I don't even know what else to say about this whole, company. I mean, they've already came out and said they're losing billions of dollars due to tariff bills and all these different things. And so many companies that came out and said they're losing billions of dollars. But this is just what's happening. I got more videos right in this video that you're absolutely going to love. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well for more great content like this. Let's get to the rest of the video.
Hello everyone, you're welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit on that subscribe button, drop a like, and let's get into the topic of today. Because apparently, Make America Great Again somehow turned into Make America Jobless Again. Yeah, we're talking about the ongoing wave of American workers being laid off since the Trump administration. Especially those cancer GM factory workers who watched their livelihood vanish faster than one of Trump's campaign promises. Remember when Trump stood on those big stages, waving his little red hat, promising to bring back American jobs, restore manufacturing, and be the blue-collar billionaire? Yeah, well, tell that to the thousands of factory workers who had to pack up their lockers and go home, wondering how they're going to pay the next month's rent. Because what we're seeing right now isn't the return of American jobs. It's the return of false hope, repackaged with a flag and a slogan.
Congress is going to take workers' rights away and give them to corporations. Share, repost, comment, because HR 1319 should scare every American employee. And I'm not actually trying to fearmonger. You need to know what is in the Modern Worker Employment Act. This very short bill has been stuck in committee since February. And what it would do is it would allow corporations to reclassify their employees as independent contractors, even if they're working more than 40 hours a week, even if they've been with the company for years. And companies are going to take full advantage of this because, corporate is going to corporate. They're going to want to save money because, oh yeah, they don't have to pay your health insurance anymore. Those benefits, you're no longer entitled to them. Overtime protection, you don't get that anymore either. Minimum wage protection, that goes away too. This will overturn current federal law that states if you work more than 40 hours, you're a full-time employee, full stop. And of course, this Congress, who's in the pocket of corporations and billionaires, is going to bend over and say, sure, buddy, do it, because they want to stay in power. So please, keep an eye on this bill and what is going on. When the House comes back in, I believe, September, we're going to need to keep a closer eye on this, and I will continue reporting on it.
So, I got laid off from my job as an electrician. I got laid off from my job and just now. Oh boy. So now God. Anyway, yeah, so I'm an electrician and it didn't work out with this, apparently they said it just wasn't working out because they need more experienced electricians, and it didn't work out for me. So they didn't say fired. They just said that they needed, they were going to let me go and because of cutbacks and all. In other words, either way, I'm unemployed again, and I got to get a job market. Oh God, man. Oh well. Stay in touch if you want to see what happens with me.
A Missouri nail company has already laid off 60 of its employees and is looking at declining sales due to Trump's tariffs. Yes, they make the nails here in America, but the steel is imported from Mexico and has been hit with a 25% tariff. Their customers are now saying, we're not going to buy your nails because we can find them cheaper elsewhere. So the jobs in the manufacturing that Donald Trump was supposed to protect through his tariffs have now cost 60 people in the state of Missouri their job in this nail factory. And what's so funny is they interviewed the employees, and one of the guys said, he was asked, did you vote for Trump? He said, yeah, absolutely. Why did you vote for Trump? Because I wanted change. Well, you sure as fuck got change. You might have so much change that you might have a new career. This is Fuck Around and Find Out edition, Missouri style, because the nail company is not going to be in business a whole lot longer. They hope it's a bump in the road. Well, it's a big fat orange fucking bump in the road that you just ran over. Did you not understand that your product is sourced from another country, that the material, the metal you get is from another country that will be affected by these tariffs? I don't care if you make it in America. It's not sourced in America. So that Missouri nail company has already laid off 60 people. Get ready for it to be more, and get ready for it to be a lot more industries across this country because of Donald Trump and his dumbass tariff policies.
If you work in corporate, I hate to break it to you, but they don't care about you. I was laid off 2 days after I was given a $10,000 raise. And also I was working on this big project that we were soon to be launching. And also I was close with my boss. He told me, your job is safe. Nothing's going to happen to you. And it did. No matter what they tell you, no matter the amount of money they give you, they can let you go at any time. And it is a terrible thing that they can do that. I could never do that to somebody. Don't get me started on the friendships at work. Your friendships, people that I thought I was so close with, people that I've traveled with, people that I thought were some of my best friends, haven't even called to reach out, nothing. So don't put your blood, sweat, and tears into a company, into people that just aren't going to care. They don't care.
So I got laid off today, and I don't really know how to process this shit, to be honest with y'all. Like, on one hand, I feel like I should be upset and very angry because it's like it was unnecessary and unwarranted, and it was over something so simple. Like, bro, deadass, because I work for the federal government, right? And they literally, like, before the shutdown happened, we were supposed to get a contract extension, and the freaking contracting office did not submit our proposal on time. So we didn't get funding needed before the secretary, before the shutdown happened. So after the freaking shutdown, well, during the shutdown, like after it was announced and formalized Monday morning, we get a new contract back to us from their office. And it's for 44% less than what we're usually used to for an extension or a recompete. So it's like, the work is still going to get done, but it's not going to be done to par now. So it's like, you know, I don't want to go too in the weeds of what I do, but it's like, the work is important. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it really does protect a lot of things in this country. And the fact that we're just not going to do it anymore to full capacity is insane to me. But on the other hand, it's like, you know, on the corporate side, because I'm a contractor, management had high marks for me, only praises of the work that I've done over the past 3 years. And it wasn't really anything personal with like my own performance. It wasn't because of AI or anything like that. But I think it really just set in with me that politics is personal. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the way that a lot of people acted in this last presidential election cycle is so fucking selfish to me, bro. It's like, it didn't have to be this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people that advocated for people not to vote. You know what I'm saying? The people that voted for this freaking stupid ass administration, you know what I'm saying? This has tangible impacts on me now. So it's like what's the expression? Chicken has come to roost or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Either way, I'm face to face with the reality of people's politics, and I've never had that, you know, happen before. Politics has always been more abstract to me, but now it's like in my face, and it's literally because like of the administration. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard, but I'm in a fortunate position. Like, I have ample savings. I have a pretty good job offer potentially lined up that I should be able to step into by next week. So it's like, I'll bounce back. And if not, you know, I'm really qualified, I can go and get another job. But it's like, some people don't have that experience. It's like, how do you process a layoff? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and then the religious side of it is like, you know, I'm moving in expectation. I'm trusting in God. He's always provided for me. So it's like, I can't really be upset. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I just got laid off today. And that's weird.
I was just laid off. I work for a smaller home builder, smaller developer in Missouri. And yesterday, the Home Builders Association gave a pretty bleak forecast of the home building industry. And I know that we were having a hard time for a while with sales because people have been very uncertain in the last couple of months. Yep. And especially in the last couple of days, we have noticed that a lot of things have changed with all the executive orders. Hiring freezes in government, also the contract not being hired at the moment. A lot of the people that are immigrants are being scared. I mean, basically hunted down. They're scared. They're not going to be working in the home building industry or any industry right now. So the economy as a whole is about to take a hit, and people don't know how they're going to fare. So they're not buying homes at the moment. Yeah, it's pretty scary. But I know we'll be okay at some point. We'll figure it out. I know I don't have the worst problems at all. And I'm just one of many. But it's a little scary right at the moment.
Layoffs have gotten absolutely out of control in 2025, guys. But hey, it's across the board in so many different states, so many different cities, and so many people are being destroyed by these layoffs. It's so bad. And, I don't know his situation specifically. Hopefully he's got something, in place and lined up. And of course, this was months ago, but at the same time, I mean, the same principles apply to what his situation is to so many other people's situation across the board. And the real estate industry is just very, very scary as we speak. But, in the midst of that, a GM plant just laid off 900 workers. They just placed them on an indefinite layoff over in Kansas. And y'all know Kansas. I don't know, man. Kansas is something serious. I've been seeing a lot of layoffs over in Kansas lately. They just let a lot of people know, and they're laying them off as of September 4th. They're gearing up for a new production of a new vehicle, a whole different vehicle, and they don't have a time frame of when they're going to start that production because y'all know the auto industry is already crazy as it is. And what they're saying is they were planning to start off with one shift in November, but last month they said it plans to wait on market conditions before making the decision to expand to a second shift. So right now they're just like, okay, we're going to start off with one, but if demand doesn't pick up, if people don't start buying cars, and pretty much they're not going to pick it up because people aren't buying cars right now. People are not, lining up to go and pick up these new vehicles. That's just what it is. The economy is not what it was, a couple years ago. That's just what's happening right now within the market. But, GM said this summer it plans to begin assembly of gas-powered Chevrolet Equinox in Fairfax by mid-2027. That is a long time, y'all. I don't know. I seriously, GM is going through some crazy things right now. I don't even know what else to say about this whole, company. I mean, they've already came out and said they're losing billions of dollars due to tariff bills and all these different things. And so many companies that came out said they're losing billions of dollars. But this is just what's happening. I got more videos right in this video that you're absolutely going to love. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well for more great content like this. Let's get to the rest of the video.
If you work in corporate, I hate to break it to you, but they don't care about you. I was laid off 2 days after I was given a $10,000 raise. And also I was working on this big project that we were soon to be launching. And also I was close with my boss. He told me, your job is safe. Nothing's going to happen to you. And it did. No matter what they tell you, no matter the amount of money they give you, they can let you go at any time. And it is a terrible thing that they can do that. Absolutely. I could never do that to somebody. Don't get me started on the friendships at work. Your friendships, people that I thought I was so close with, people that I've traveled with, people that I thought were some of my best friends, haven't even called to reach out, nothing. So don't put your blood, sweat, and tears into a company, into people that just aren't going to care.
Absolutely. And that's the biggest thing, right? Don't put everything into the company. I mean, of course, you want to put enough because you want to continue to grow within your career and all these different things. But don't take away your entire, livelihood just to, spend 24 hours at a job. Because at the end of the day, you're just a number. You're just however much money you're bringing in. That's how much a company cares about you. Aside from that, they don't care about you as a person. It's all about how much money you're bringing in. That's it. And I've seen countless of layoff stories stories over and over and over again each day, guys. Like when I go and search for these videos, do y'all think I'm specifically looking for a certain? I literally can take off all filters. I don't even filter the videos, and I just go on TikTok or whatever platform I get these videos from, and I just search layoffs, and there is countless and countless videos every single day of people's stories. And it's so sad to see because these are families. Guys, she got a $10,000 raise right before she got laid off. Well, if that doesn't tell you anything, I mean, it tells you the incomplete story of what is happening right now within the job market.
I was notified last week that myself and the entire rest of my office, which is thousands of people, are going to be laid off effective December 31st. I've already spent a lot of time going over my resume and getting that ready to go, as well as talking to a couple recruiters to help me find a new job. So I feel like I'm off to a really good start, but here's everything else I have done over the weekend to help prepare. My husband and I had a really good conversation about our finances. This is a conversation that we have on a regular basis anyway, but it was just a different type of conversation about what are we going to cut back on, what are we for sure going to try to keep in our budget, and how long do we have, and like how long can we weather the storm?
Which is very important because a lot of people can't weather the storm for a long time, right? Of course, ideally you want to have 6 to 12 months of, savings. That way you're safeguarded against any kind of bills and anything that is crazy that is going to happen within the next couple months. So shout out to them for already having that in place, or whatever their situation is. I don't know, maybe he's still working or whatever the case is, right? They took a chance and already, got their structure in place.
Fortunately for us, we can weather the storm for a while, but I'm going to be doing everything possible to have a job before I actually get severed on December 31st. This weekend, I also spent a lot of time outside, clearing my mind, being active, just enjoying the hobbies that I already enjoy. Definitely need to take care of yourself if you're going through this. And one of the big ways that I take care of myself is just being active outside. So I spent all day Saturday out in the mountains, and it was beautiful and wonderful and great weather. So definitely we'll be continuing that. Lastly, I spent a lot of good time yesterday with a couple of my really good friends, and that was also really healthy and really needed.
Absolutely. And you have to take the mental health days, take time, right? Take time to regather yourself right before you go back into the job market, because
Let's talk about Kansas. The General Motors plant there, once a symbol of American strength, pride, and hard work, has been hit with layoffs over and over again. Families who spent generations working there and suddenly found themselves unemployed. Some of them even voted for Trump because they believed his promises to protect American manufacturing. But what did they get? Policies that favored corporations, trade wars that tanked local economies, and tax breaks that never trickled down to the people who actually do the work. Oh, but wait, remember the big, beautiful manufacturing comeback Trump promised? Trump kept bragging about it. Turns out it was more like a magic trick. The jobs didn't come back. They disappeared overseas or got replaced by automation, while CEOs casting their bonuses. The working class heroes. So the working class heroes Trump claimed to, champion, left behind, wondering why they believed in the hype in the first place. It's actually ironic, isn't it? The man who built his campaign on saving American jobs turned out to be the same guy whose policies left factories shuttered, farmers bankrupt, and small towns gasping for air. Now, Kansas, Ohio, Michigan, you name it, the story is the same: layoffs, unemployment, and broken promises. And when those laid off GM workers spoke up, what did Trump say? The economy is booming. Sure, maybe the billionaires, stakeholders, and political donors, but for folks, for the folks clocking in at 6 a.m., sweating through 10-hour shifts, not so much actually. You think a man who spent 4 years bragging about record jobs might at least, show up for the people who lost theirs. But apparently, photo oops are more important than paychecks. Now, at this point, it's not even about politics. It's about people. Real Americans who worked hard, paid their taxes, raised their families, and trusted a man who said he would fight for them. But instead, he fought for tax cuts, terrorists, and Twitter clouds. So here we are, factories are closing, layoffs piling up, and the same old excuses being recycled. It's someone else's fault. Yeah, it's someone else's fault. But maybe, just maybe, it's time to stop buying into slogans and stop asking for substance. So tell me what your thoughts are. What do you think? Did Trump's policies really, help the American workers, or did they just help the rich get richer? Now, do you think those GM workers in Kansas and across the country were betrayed by the very man they trusted? So, if you've watched this video till now, drop your comments. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section. I want to hear your take. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe for more honest commentary every week and every day. Now, until next time, take care of yourselves. And remember, real leadership isn't about slogans. It's about showing up when people actually need you most. I'll see you guys on my next video. Credit belongs to original creators. Thank you, guys.